All right, today we're diving into a massive shift in how we handle trauma. For years, the way we treated catastrophic bleeding was based on an idea that seemed to make perfect sense. But what if that basic logic was actually, well, fatally flawed? Let's get into it.
And hey, this isn't some polite suggestion. This is a direct command from the brand new Advanced Trauma Life Support Guidelines. It's signaling one of the biggest shakeups in emergency medicine in a very long time. So what on earth is going on here?
You know, for decades, if a patient was bleeding out, the playbook was simple. Pump them full of fluids like saline to get their blood pressure back up. It was taught in every medical school. It was just what you did, a core medical dogma. But then, lessons from the battlefield and a ton of new research started telling a very different story, that this long-held belief might actually be doing more harm than good.
Yeah, all this new evidence started to show that this approach, while it looked good on paper, was causing a really serious hidden problem. It turns out when you're trying to save someone from massive blood loss, more is definitely not always better. Let's break down exactly why.
Okay, first off, what are we even talking about? Crystalloids. All that really means is saltwater solutions. Think of them as basically IV bags of salt water. Their one and only job is to pump up the volume in your circulatory system when you've lost a lot of fluid.
The old thinking was just so straightforward. A patient is bleeding, right? So they're losing volume and their blood pressure is tanking. The solution? We replace that lost volume with saline, the pressure comes back up, and boom, they're stable. It's a simple one-for-one idea.
And here it is. This is the crucial question that turned everything on its head. What if, by trying to solve that one problem, the low blood volume, we were actually creating a much, much more dangerous one?
And that dangerous problem? It has a name. Coagulopathy. This is a nightmare scenario where the blood itself literally loses its ability to clot. And think about that. If your blood can't clot, you can't stop bleeding. No matter what, it's a deadly downward spiral.
This is where the paradox really hits you. When you flood a patient's body with liters of saline, you aren't just adding volume. You're actually watering down their blood. You dilute all the critical things, the platelets, the clotting factors, that the body desperately needs to form a scab and stop the bleeding. You're basically making the blood too thin to do its most important job.
So if just pouring in salt water is out, what's in? Well, this leads us right to the new standard of care, a much smarter approach that's all about replacing what the patient is actually losing.
The entire philosophy has changed. It's not about volume anymore. It's about function. It's about giving the body back the specific tools it needs to save itself. And that means using actual blood products and using them intelligently.
And here's the official name for this new strategy: balanced resuscitation. It means that instead of just reaching for saline, doctors are now giving a carefully balanced mix of what blood is actually made of: plasma, platelets, and red blood cells. And they're doing it right at the beginning of treatment to get that clotting ability back online.
And this chart just lays it out so clearly. Look at the shift. The old way focused on volume, used saline, and ran the huge risk of making that deadly coagulopathy even worse. The new way? It focuses on restoring the blood's ability to clot. It uses real blood products, and the benefit is undeniable. It improves a patient's chance of survival.
So what does this actually look like in the emergency room? The new protocol is a clear three-step game plan. Step 1, assess. Quickly figure out if the patient is bleeding massively. Step 2, resuscitate. Don't wait around, start giving blood products early. And step 3, stabilize. Go right after the clotting problem itself to stop the bleed at its source.
So, why are we talking about this? Why is this such a big deal? To put it simply, this new standard is saving lives. Lives that, frankly, might have been lost under the old way of doing things.
The takeaway here is just impossible to ignore. Balanced resuscitation works. It works because it gives the body back exactly what it lost. It actively fights the clotting problem instead of accidentally causing it. It treats the root cause, the actual bleeding, not just the symptom of low blood pressure. And the bottom line, the thing that matters most, is that it gives trauma patients a much better shot at making it home.
You know, this whole shift from just pumping in volume to this idea of balanced resuscitation, it's a perfect example of how science and medicine are always learning, always evolving. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What accepted medical truth of today will be the old way of tomorrow?